How to break down barriers using body language in relationships. In any relationship, whether it's romantic, familial, or even with close friends, barriers can slowly build up over time. These barriers can create emotional distance, misunderstandings, and a lack of connection. Sometimes it feels like there's an invisible wall between you and your partner, and no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to break through. But what if I told you that the key to breaking down these barriers could be something as simple as your body language? Think about it. How many times have you had a conversation where your words were clear, but your body said something completely different? Maybe your arms were crossed, your posture was closed off, or you avoided eye contact. All of these nonverbal cues send messages to your partner, telling them that you're not fully open, not fully engaged, or perhaps even defensive. When we feel hurt, frustrated, or misunderstood, our body naturally creates barriers. It's a protective instinct. Our body language can reflect these emotions, even if we don't consciously intend for it to. But here's the thing. If you want to break down the emotional walls in your relationship, the first step is to become aware of how your body language might be contributing to the distance between you and your partner. Let's start with the most obvious one. Posture. How do you sit when you're having a conversation with your partner? Are you leaning in, showing that you're engaged and interested, or are you leaning back, crossing your arms, or looking away? Your posture tells your partner whether or not you're fully invested in the conversation. When your posture is closed off, it creates physical and emotional distance. So, what can you do to break down these barriers? Start by consciously relaxing your posture when you're sitting or standing. Try to keep your body open, keep your shoulders relaxed, and avoid crossing your arms. Leaning in slightly can also show your partner that you're emotionally invested in the conversation. Even small adjustments like facing them directly or uncrossing your arms can make a huge difference in how connected you both feel. Next up, let's talk about eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication. When you make eye contact with your partner, it shows that you're present and listening. It builds trust and intimacy. But when you avoid eye contact or look away, it can signal discomfort or disinterest. If you've ever felt your partner pull away emotionally, it might be because there's a lack of eye contact. When you're not looking at each other, it can feel like you're not really engaging, so start making more eye contact. Especially when you're having important conversations, look into their eyes, let them know that you're paying attention, that you're there with them in that moment. Now, let's talk about touch. Physical touch is another powerful tool for breaking down emotional barriers. When we're feeling emotionally distant from someone, we tend to avoid physical contact. We pull away. We may even stop holding hands, hugging, or sitting close to each other. This lack of touch can make the emotional distance feel even greater. So how can you use touch to reconnect with your partner? You don't have to jump into deep affection right away. Start small. Maybe it's just a gentle touch on their arm, holding hands, or even sitting a little closer. Touch communicates care, comfort, and reassurance, and when done in a gentle and loving way, it can break down the barriers that have built up between you and your partner. You see, touch has a profound impact on how we feel. It releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which helps us feel closer, more connected, and more trusting. So next time you feel that emotional distance, reach out and make physical contact. A simple touch can speak volumes. Let's not forget about facial expressions. Your face is constantly communicating, even when you're not saying anything. When your partner looks at you, do they see a warm, open expression, or do they see a tense, closed-off face? The way you express yourself through your face can either encourage connection or push your partner away. Try to relax your facial muscles, avoid frowning, and let your expressions reflect warmth, kindness, and understanding. A simple smile can go a long way in breaking down barriers. It shows your partner that you're approachable and that you're open to connecting. And here's something else to keep in mind. The energy you put out through your body language can influence how your partner responds. If you're sending out closed-off or defensive signals, your partner may mirror that behavior, creating even more distance. But if you're sending out open, welcoming signals, it's more likely that they'll open up to you as well. So, as you work on breaking down the barriers in your relationship, be mindful of the energy you're putting out through your body language. Take a deep breath. Relax your posture, make eye contact, offer a gentle touch, and soften your facial expressions. These small but powerful changes can make a huge difference in the emotional dynamic between you and your partner. It's not about big gestures or dramatic changes. It's about consistency. It's about showing your partner, through your body language, that you're open, engaged, and ready to connect. When you do this, you'll start to notice the emotional walls coming down, one small change at a time. And remember, breaking down barriers takes time. It's a process, so don't expect overnight results. Be patient with yourself and with your partner. Continue making those small adjustments, and you'll soon find that the emotional distance between you and your partner starts to shrink. The key to breaking down barriers in your relationship is understanding the power of body language. It's about being aware of the signals you're sending and making conscious choices to foster connection. If you're committed to making these small changes, you'll find that your relationship will become stronger, more open, and more emotionally connected. So, are you ready to break down those barriers? Are you ready to create a deeper, more meaningful connection with your partner? The choice is in your hands. Start today. Make those small adjustments and watch the emotional walls melt away. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share because you will learn tons of information in the next video.